Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the World Class Championship Wrestling Review Series, December the 12th, 1987. Tugboat Taylor and Matt Bourne. Interesting way to start the show. Tugboat Taylor, a rather large guy. My first exposure to Mr. Taylor was in the Global Wrestling Federation. Matt Bourne is your Texas champion at the moment, and he is wandering around. Taylor, a very large guy, and Bourne controls him anyway. I will give Matt Bourne credit. He has certainly earned his value here in Texas. Front face lock and roll around by Bourne. A lot of good. If you like chain wrestling, if you like headlock and head control, the first 2 or 3 minutes of this particular match are decent for that, if that's your thing. Tug Taylor has some major difficulty kind of finding a way to not cheat to get his advantage. Bourne up and over on him, and then you kind of see a choke out or a chin lock. Taylor tries to use every advantage he can get, and the crowd is certainly behind him in his pursuit. We do eventually get a victory here for Matt Bourne. Bourne obviously hits the bombs away from the top rope for that victory. Then we move on to Eric Embry and Terry Hayes. Another squash match. Really, this is primarily a series of squashes. Eric Embry, former tag team champion, former light heavyweight champion. No challenge for Hayes here. Takes the arm and makes him follow through with it. Then we kind of see the side headlock and attempts by Hayes to get things in a hammerlock position, armbar position. And then the shots by Emery. Emery tries to slow things down for himself and hits a pile driver for his trouble. Almost like a Jerry Lawler style. Emery then on the second rope on the inside, and he dives off, hits the headbutt, and that's the end of that. 2 and 3. Then we move to another enhancement match. Good bit of those here. Super Pole and Ted Arsini. Both guys are large. Both guys are not as athletic as they like to think they are, and Percy Pringle tries to get Arsini ready. Arsini, of course, former Texas champion. Arsini sends his man into the middle turnbuckle, or top turnbuckle rather, and big body slam by Arsini. Arsini also tries to impress Percy Pringle, who's back to wearing the yellow and black jacket. Very basic match here. Arsini manages to get the victory after hitting a hard shot, and then manages to pick his opponent up. I don't know that that's a really awesome idea, but needless to say, kind of hits him with the forearm across the back, exposing the spine and all of that. Arsini is a guy who is going to win based on his power, nothing more, nothing less. Big body slam, and Arsini goes off the ropes, hits a big elbow drop for a finish. 1, 2, 3, and there that goes. A profile of Al Perez. Up next, this is all stuff that basically you've seen if you are familiar with the world-class stuff. Nothing to really cover here. His background a little bit, and that's just about it. Madrill and Mil Mascaras versus Diaz and Lancaster. Not quite sure why Lancaster would be that partner. Also, Mil Mascaras comes in with one mask, takes a mask off, and chooses another. Manny Villalobos hasn't been around in a while, so maybe Al Madril and Mascaras are going to be a big deal for a while. Shove-offs on Lancaster by Madril. Very basic. Meanwhile, over in the corner, Diaz trying to keep himself loose and limber. He's jumping up and down. He takes a few shots and tries to go for a tag. No, Mascaras comes in, takes him over the hip, slows him down with some head scissors, and tackles. Then Lancaster back in, and the takedown, the fake stomp to the groin is the next question asked by Al Madril. Madril controls the head of Adias with a headlock, and then a big body slam by Madril, or by Adias on Madril. More chin locks, wasting of time, and then we kind of see a large, almost I'd say a butt bump by Lancaster on Madril. Madril looks a bit out of it on the mat, but manages to fire back with a bunch of shots. Lancaster uses some cheating maneuvers. Meanwhile, Mil Mascaras sends his opponent back into the ring. Rather, I don't know if unceremoniously would be the right word, but it's a bit surprising. Lancaster gets caught up in the turnbuckle going after his adversary. Mascaras takes both guys, manhandled both guys for a couple of minutes, and a near fall by Mascaras on his adversary. Then we see, finally, quite a few shots, all four guys in the ring. Bailout by the heels, and a victory for Mascaras and Madril. They're not necessarily happy. They don't think they got enough revenge, but that's irrelevant to the officials. And we'll be back with more right after this.